Hey y'all, it's the Calming Corner Show. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Now let's get into it. Hey Soul Family, back again. I'm Erica, your favorite Astro homegirl, and this has just happened abruptly. And I'm just sitting here trying to do the cards for y'all for Clarence. Literally, I've already uploaded Krishan, so y'all, when you get a chance, go ahead and check that out, okay? Again, let me say it if I didn't say welcome back for all of you guys that's been riding with me. And welcome to all of you guys that are new here, okay? I always get in a little bit of astrology first before we get down to business and get into the reading. But I've already done, readings on Meg, maybe not directly by herself, but in the energy because of Tori and Millie. And shout out to Millie. Congratulations, Millie Neal, baby. Yes. Congrats on that big win. Okay. So this is breaking news, you can say, because from my understanding, as I'm seeing it happen in real time, they're saying that Megan has posted and outed Klay Thompson. So if you get a chance, go back to my readings. I did do one on her and Klay. I might be by myself. Like I said, I'm gonna have to start putting little what do you call it? Like a little mix, like where you guys can go backwards too. Okay, because some of this stuff is, we kind of already talked about this, and that could be possible and on the table for her. Remember, on the last reading that we did on Megan, I said, if I'm not mistaken, I don't remember everything because we do a lot of people, but I did speak on it, and I did say, hey, this is the karma clock and it starts now. And shout out to Tori because he did file that $100 million lawsuit. We gonna get into it. It's a lot going on. I'm just trying to get in here and just, get in here and just get it going. Okay, that's the best I can do. So y'all keep those notification bells on. Rock with me. I put on my same jogging suit just so I can match Claressa. But hey, it's clean, so I'm gonna just keep it going so I don't have to stop. I actually got time today, and we got a lot to touch on, especially just even in the personal transits for y'all with Uranus coming in Gemini. And Uranus in Gemini is shaking the table and coming in hot, okay? Megan is an Aquarius sun, and Uranus is her planetary ruler, and this is a shakeup. And Gemini is in communication, and surely that message came right on down here to the internet, okay? Because she let everybody know that he had her playing house and all that, and even spoke on his mood swings, if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna pull the clips, even if it's just a still pic, before y'all see the reading. Y'all know I always like to make sure that I keep you guys updated on everything that's going on. I know y'all be busy, so that's another reason why I do the clips, because sometimes y'all just don't have time to see and look for what went on. So if I can help you, before the cards, before we started, I'm gonna always do that for y'all, okay? So let's get into her. We've already done the messages as far as the astrology goes, but I can and don't mind looking at the current transits. We know it's in, Uranus has entered Gemini. Again, I need to hurry up and do at least the last of this little last week of or a few days reading of all zodiac signs, just so y'all can kind of get an energy of how Aries energy in the Libra, moon that came in at the top of the month, it affected these relationships, because there's still a lot of Aries. Remember, it's a lot of planets that are in Aries. Okay, Aries is the fight. Aries is, where we take action. It's your sexual libido. It's, war and all the things. So we've been seeing it with that Libra full moon shake up in relationships, quite a few. I even just, if I'm not mistaken, that just came down that Emiko Hart may have possibly filed for divorce from Kevin Hart. So we'll get into that too. We got a lot, but this is on Megan and her, outburst just now coming in. So we're gonna get into it. Also, Klay is an Aquarius sun as well, guys. Okay, So they did have a lot of placements that were similar, and I do remember that. The sun is in Taurus, okay? So happy solar return to my beautiful Tauruses out there, okay? Happy birthday to you guys. And again, sun and Venus is in her home kingdom. So it's a time right now where she is working on trying to show us some love and good energy. I think it will probably manifest a little bit towards when we get more into May. We need to get up out of this month right here, okay? Because it has been a hell of a month, we must say. But again, Taurus is your value, and don't look like Megan's feeling value, right? In the current transit, okay? The moon is in Leo. She does have a Leo moon, okay? So that is the energy of her home, her foundation being shaken. Remember, your moon is your home. It's what's hidden. So we seeing things come out, right? In real time. Also, Mercury is in Aries. She with the shit, period. You full of shit. You cheated on me. That is the fight, right? And we're seeing it in real time. Venus being in Gemini, communication. It's a little, it's like that, you know? That Mars is in Aries. She is feeling a way about it. And she took action. She posted. She don't care who see. And she also said that she is taking a break from men, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on it. We're going to pull up what she said, okay? Jupiter is in Cancer, expansion. I was thinking that maybe she would, in this energy, in this season, you know, possibly have a baby. You know, it was kind of in the energy and in the cards as well, okay? Also, Saturn being in Aries, challenges in the energy, in the fight. And I think it's safe to say it's happening. Neptune is where it's cloudy. It's a lot that we, you know, people can't see on the surface. Rest in peace to Ashley Janae. So, you know, like I said, it's all over the place with this Aries energy, okay? Also, you know, Pluto, again, being in Aquarius, evolution, and Uranus is shaking things up for everybody to evolve. And maybe this will be made in evolvement past and on to a new chapter. I cannot stress it enough. Karma starts now. With her, the clock started, you know, in that last reading. I can't remember the days, but as we move forward, it is starting to seem like on some level somewhat unfold. You know, Millie Shirley had a win. Go Mill. That's right. All right. So that's just what it is. And the node, true node, the north node is in Pisces. Pisces is the industry, and she is a part of that. So let's get into the cards and the messages, because the same energy and transits would apply to Klay Thompson. Uranus being in Gemini, and it's a shake-up in communication with these two. That could possibly be the end. Remember, Uranus is the planet of upheaval. It's the Tower card in the tarot deck. So let's see what's up. This just happened in real time. So I guess after I can get this one uploaded and we do Megan, I'm going to get Clarence, you know, up there for y'all next. And then I'm going to keep it going. So keep those bells on. Let's get into it. All right, soul family. So this was like, of course, just out of the blue. One of them just happened. Breaking news. I did the reading. Check it out. I mean, we're going to have to do this one again, but this is just the general energy, and I think it was spot on. I think things are really, really fresh right now, especially with what just happened between Megan. But what I will say, that karma clock started. And I mean, it's happening. It's where we at with it. That's what it's looking, that's what's happening, guys. All right, so, it wasn't really a lot to pull. I just pulled like a couple of the text messages. Of course, this just happened in real time. So let's get into it, okay?
Stallion and Klay Thompson. On Saturday, Meg took to Instagram to accuse the basketball star of cheating. She said, "Holding you down through all your horrible mood swings and treatment towards me during your basketball season, now you don't know if you can be monogamous?" She later confirmed their split in a statement saying, "Trust, fidelity, and respect are non-negotiable for me in a relationship. And when those values are compromised, there's no real path forward." That's the end for the Houston hottie and Klay. The former couple publicly confirmed their relationship last year in July. It's a
All right, so family. So I had this. Woo, look, I had to give you a little something because this is crazy just popping up out of nowhere, okay? So these are Megan's cards. I already, blessed them and stuff, but I still want to clear the energy. So you might want to just turn your volume down just a little bit because I don't want to mess with y'all ears. I just kind of want to knock the energy because I was about to do Clarence first child, but this is on Megan and Klay, okay? Okay, now, so I had already did these. I'm gonna just go ahead and get on right on into it, okay? Because this is crazy. I was actually kind of like, looking and seeing what's going on. So much is just coming down the pipeline. Ooh, my bad, y'all. It's a lot. You see that energy, right? Wow, let me put this right here. Sorry about that. Yeah. Lots going on, huh? So let's get into it. So we're gonna go ahead and pull on that's that Uranus energy. It's just a shakeup. It's a shakeup. It's a shakeup. Everything is just so intense right now, you know? It really is. I'm glad to be back, y'all. Just work with me, y'all. For real. Cause I be trying, I promise. I be pulling so many different ways during the week. But y'all are important to me, and it's important for me to really do this and build this up. I love this. This is something that I enjoy doing, you know? Okay. So let me say this, because I didn't know what to do. Like, this is so crazy and so random. And I got a lot of decks. I tried to add Sheen code in there for, for like my little outfits and stuff. But I want to add it in for the cards for y'all that do the decks. Now, this is new. This is a new one. I'm going to use this Twin Flame Tarot since this is what we dealing with today, right? I ain't never used it. I do have my cards, so I'm not going to try to pull as many, but I am going to start with the current energy on tradition and we build because it's supposed to be a tarot as well. And I'm just interested to see what comes out when it comes to Megan and Klay, okay? I just want to make sure y'all see that box too. And again, I got this from Sheen. Okay, I try to put the code in there too. Okay, just even if I upload this first, I'll add it in at some point. Y'all just kind of, if because I got some neat decks, from them. Okay, so let's start with let's start with Meg on the current energy. And I'm going to even start, guys, with these because I like this. So let's just start with the astrology first, okay? Hope y'all doing good on this Saturday evening. I'm going to keep trying to pump it out because I got to get y'all personal stuff too, So let's get into it and see what's up, It's always something. I'm going to say something, though. I guess we're going to do these cards first, and then we'll get more into it. Aquarius, is y'all experiencing some shakeup? Because even Kenya Moore yesterday was her, they were showing eviction, from the shop. Thank you, Spirit. Making it stand. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Wow. Thank you. This might as well ask for any extra at this point, really. Right? Okay. There we go. Wow. It's her messages, that's a fact. Let's unpack. Wow. These don't necessarily go in no particular order, but I'm going to go ahead and pull them on down, spread them out. Megan. Girl. You can't hide from that karma, baby. I said that clock started, and it really, really has, and it did. I mean, it is what it is. We here now. Clock then start ticking and clicking. All right. So, Taurus energy, I'm going to say something. Taurus also rules value and assets, okay? And right now, technically, she can be looked at as a bombshell. Megan the Stallion, right? Coming off loyal, patient in the relationship, all these things, right? 7th house, it's about her relationship. She came down here and she said it's a shakeup. He cheating. Y'all see that message? 7th house is about partnerships, companionships, marriage, relationships. She said he had cold feet, right? It's about sharing. This is divine communion, like the 2 of cups. Justice is here, balance is here, social awareness is here. And he can be aware of a lot of things when it comes to Megan. I mean, she's been in court suing people, and I can imagine that a lot of things have come out that he may have not had or may have been privy to, because the moon is here, right? Moon also represents secrets, but it's your feelings. And I'm going to tell you something. He could have been in his feelings, in the energy of what's been going on, the things he's been hearing around him in regards to how things have been handled with her morale, right? Her character, okay? You know, things have been a semi-sextile for her. You know, this is a relationship that was kind of allowing us to maybe see a change for her. You know, it seemed like he encouraged her to push forward, right? It seemed like things were in harmony, like it was a good cycle for her where you were able to see a side of her growing. That's what what this all kind of appeared to be, so to speak, right? She does have that Leo moon, okay? But this is also the energy of, 5th house and partnerships and, her fun and her energy and flirtatious, and even, how she, how she expresses herself, her creative side, okay? This energy of this man brought a certain glow. But he's also a lover, okay? A lover. And I'm going to say something. The reason why I pause, I always pause. I'm going to say what I see all the time. But Tori is a Leo sun. And I'm going to just leave it at that, okay? I'm going to leave it at that. But I want you to pay attention. He's showing up. Okay? 8th house. 8th house energy. This is other people's money. This is about investments. This is about sex. This is about him cheating. This is the secrets. This is the mysteries, that Kundalini energy and stalking and, the taboo subjects we don't want to talk about. All right. So intimacy. And he was what? She said, he cheating on me. Had me in front of your family and your friends playing house. Is that what she said? 11th house is ruled by Aquarius, okay? And it's a shake-up here. I kept seeing Uranus want to come out, so I kind of want to, you know, give that some energy. It didn't pop out, but I could see it as I was shuffling, which is her planetary ruler. This is about common goals. You know, he is an Aquarius sun. So this was a, you know, a friendship. This was something that I feel like for Megan, you know, challenges are in the friendship group for her. You know, even in the community, because it's a community that is split in half. It's a community divided. You know, you have people who say she's a victim. They did this to her and yada, yada, yada. And then there's people who, it's like Libra energy, the balancing of the scales. You got that energy of, you know, she's a victim. And then the other one is you full of shit. You full of shit. And this is what you having to deal with. This is what you having to face. Her never being held accountable. First house energy. Never being held accountable for her character. Never being held accountable for how she showed up. In that Tory Lanez energy. No accountability. A lot of secrets. A lot of lies. You know, you lied on him. He shouldn't be in jail. And I'm going to tell you something. This affects groups, community, friends, family, how people view you. And how people see you, the self of you, the character of you, who you are. People realizing like, that ain't right. How's she able to do that? It's not right. Right? I'm just saying. We here. So you can't shoot the messenger. All I'm doing is reading the messages. She was hoping for this trine, this flow. You know, you keep seeing that energy because this energy was supposed to allow her, you know, to be able to create that trine, that flow, that harmony we talking about, you know? So she can kind of move and ease out of the you know, the negativity of being seen in a way where people holding you accountable for your actions and who you are and how you showed up. I keep telling y'all, character is, listen, that is what carries you through. It's what carries you. And I mean, you can, one thing about it, you can hide for quite some time, but the truth will be revealed. Remember, the moon was in these messages. You got her. She shows up as herself. Ain't she Aquarius sun? The radical. Rubbing people the wrong way. Uranus is here, and these shakeups are here with Aquarius for you to evolve, for you to move forward. But you can't move forward with that quincunx, that complexity. It's too many pieces to the puzzle. Once you tell one lie, you gotta tell another one and another one and another one and another one, right? I'm gonna just leave it at that. Let's flip the cards and see her current energy. But ooh, I love the astrology cards. They get down to business, don't they, y'all? All right. You know, it's the energy. We gonna pull. Like I said, I'm gonna pull the cards. I don't wanna guess, but look, from what we saw a lot. Let's get the current energy on her. Six. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. let's get into it and let's unpack, okay? So look, y'all ready to laugh? We ain't even, look at these messages. OMG. And I ain't even flipped them yet to unpack. Do y'all see this? When I tell you the cards do tell, they will tell, they will tell. Do you hear me? So check this out. Before we even get started, so family, you know I always got to show y'all. Look at that. Look at that page of swords. That's the news, ain't it? We asking about her current energy, current past. What are these events that led up to where we at? So we can see what happened and what's going on, right? And this is her coming down here, page of swords, to the internet. You cheated on me, boy. You cheated on me. Had me playing house and all of that. There you go. And what is the reason? Look, first card coming in. He cheated. Y'all see that? I can't make it up. Look at that. Soul family. Better to live with the truth than a lie. Heartbreak is here. You know, she hurt right now. She really, really is hurt. And I'm going to say something. You really, really, really got to be hurt, guys, to come down here and even make the post that she made, right? So we know clearly in real time, she is heartbroken, right? Heartbroken. Wow. She said in her message that she gonna be gone for a while. Look at this King of Swords. These messages are not, when I tell you the cards are not a game, let me show y'all. I can't make it up. Oh my God. This nigga was cheating. And look, he the King of Swords. She said the way he treated her, he said his mood swings or whatever the case, all of this energy is in this card with his King of Swords in reverse, as Klay Thompson is an Aquarius sun. So we know for a fact all day he was cheating. This the reason. I'm telling you, when I be flipping the cards, it's crazy. The messages come right out. And she is pissed off about it. But again, Megan, what do you expect, baby? It's karma. It's here. I told you. I told you. It's your karma. She didn't use her intuition to set the moral compass on decisions being made in the past. And now all these things have affected your relationship, because this is also in the messages, Megan. This man is this way because he feels a way. Remember, we talked about that. I said, let's get into, and I said, I don't want to talk about it. I want to see the card so I can get the energy, right? Here we go with justice. Right here in the messages, right? Justice is about truth. Justice is about karma. It's about accountability. It's also cause and effect, right? So at the end of the day, this is an energy of her. You're not being honest with your truths. This man, look, he looking at the internet. He looking at the cases and all the things that you are intertwined in, just like us, in real time. You see that? Page of Swords in reverse. And he feel like you was deceptive on a lot of things. A lot of things he found out about, he wasn't privy to. He did not know that. He came in this relationship supporting you because he thought that you was on the up and up. But y'all saw that moon card and that astrology card in those first set, truths being revealed. He's starting to see your real truth, your real character. He's realizing, I don't want no parts of you putting this man in jail unjustly. That's another energy of King of Swords in reverse. Not just the, manipulative energy or him cheating, but also, like I said, just the energy of feeling away inside about this, how things have been playing out. And let me tell you something, this Three of Swords span bigger than just him cheating. This Three of Swords also represent people. They letting him know, hey, you don't need to fuck with her. You see that with that Page of Swords in reverse? Like, she bad news. She bad news. You got a whole career that you got to be here for. You don't have time for this. Listen, the message, when I say all these messages be coming in at once, they be like, right? I'm going to say something. That's why I kind of paused. I hate to... One thing about me, Soul Family, I always keep it above with y'all. In the readings, Jay-Z always comes up as the King of Wands, as he is. He's a Sagittarius sun. And this is another cause and effect of this demise. He watching in the manipulative games that's been played, allegedly, and all in my opinion. But all this ties back to that. That man feel away. Because he watching the games that's being played and the lives that y'all playing with in your hands, allegedly. He don't have time for that bullshit. Look at that Emperor in reverse. Y'all do a whole bunch of underhanded shit that I don't want no parts of. Not one or two or three. Another thing about this too is this is the energy that, you know, this is him cheating, right? But this is definitely Jay-Z. But it's so interesting that you have all these men aligned. You know, she does have, I want to say, some energy father issues too, Megan, right? But he watching the abuse of power. And he watching all of this play out. He not feeling it. He not feeling it at all. And see, all this stuff been unveiled to this man, right? And let me just say this too. In the energy, this can also represent Tory Lanez and him, Klay. You see how this is like cat-a-corner touching? And right here with the heartbreak. Because the heartbreak is here for him as well, thinking that he had something when he didn't. Don't shoot the messenger. This is just the way the messages are reading, right? This man feel like you lied on this man. Remember, this King of Wands is in the upright. He not in reverse. You brought this unfair, unjust energy on this man. Reckless with the energy. This could be Jay-Z. Allegedly, your team, Rock Nation, all of that, how things been handled. This man paying attention. He ain't feeling nothing about it. Nothing about it. He ain't feeling nothing about it. He don't like it. Remember, she spoke of an offer. You got cold feet. You got cold feet. Remember? This was her new chapter of her life, you know, of opportunity. She felt like, okay, this is my partner, right? But as this man started to peep all this and see all this stuff going on, he watched Milagro trial. And he also watched Milagro have victory. Because remember, the Justice card is in the upright. This is about truth. This is about karma. He watched you take her through all that. And even though on paper, you may have visibly seemed like you won, you lost. You lost. Because you weren't able to recoup the money. Millie won. She don't owe you nothing. And if she decided to go on her platform tomorrow and call you a Bigfoot musty bitch, it's nothing that you could do about it. Not one thing. She won. Shout out to you, Milagro, again. Okay? Listen, I'm going to tell you something. Ola Damari, that's God, don't like ugly. You only reign for so long. But your character is what takes you. This man that cheated on you and his ways and all the things that he did or didn't do right, because we didn't flip his cards yet, but we could see him clearly cheating. We could see him clearly playing games. But we can also see that the decisions he made and where he pivoted is because of all the things that are currently going on in your life, your moral character, how you've handled certain situations in your life. And when people get right up on you and they're able to be in your vicinity, in your immediate space, they can see what's fair. They can see what truth is. And you didn't do that. And he didn't like that. So he went on to the party and he went on back to what he normally do, which is have a good time, okay? Party over here. All y'all hoes come and let's gather and let's enjoy ourselves. 3 is a crowd, all right? So we can see all of that in the energy of Klay Thompson. So yes, 3 is a crowd. We got 2 3s. Definitely cheating. Look, a fight, and that's him cheating with the 7 of Wands. Can't make it up. And another thing about him, even though he got caught and she just outed him, which is clearly the messages, when you see that card in reverse too, it's also about change of strategy. And that is where he made a decision based on how you handling things, moral character, people, situations, and things. When he met her, she had a lot of heartbreak. This card spans larger than just the current situation. This is your current past. How you handled situations in the past. He don't like it. He wasn't feeling it. Look at that. You blindsided him. You told him half truths. And the other half was just what you said to go along for things to stay in that trine, that flow, like the astrology card said. Look at that. Listening to your inner voice when you make decisions. Not here to see the truth, though. She kind of was blindsided, really, a little bit. That's why she acted out. Because this is also in the messages, right? That's why it came out so abruptly. Something in her spirit, her intuition, in her not really willing to look at it and see it, but something made her say, you know what, I'm finna dig on in and see what's up. And this is the outcome. She the Queen of Cups in reverse. She is very sad and very upset right now. Martyrdom. I'm the victim. I'm the victim. You cheated on me. I'm back here again. Megan, you're going to have to own up the stuff, baby. Because that's the problem. That's why we're here right now. For you not owning up to who you are and your moral character. It's in your messages. It's in your messages. I can't make your messages up. Let's pull that Twin Flame tarot. Let's see what's up. That is wild and crazy, ain't it? So we see the fights, we see the cheating, we see what happened. And let's see the call to action on him cheating. We'll do a 1 to 3. She catch him, child. Yeah, she caught him cheating, honey. Ooh. Look at that, y'all. Cheated, and damn, some more cheated, okay? That man is doing his big one, you hear me? Look at that. King of Wands again, baby. Okay? With a big ego. I got a big ego. And him doing his big one, okay? Doing exactly what he want to do because this was in reverse. He gonna continue to move forward too, y'all. With that Chariot. It's interesting. I wonder did she catch him in a car or something. It's crazy, right? But the truth came out, okay? So this is the energy of him also traveling and being on the road. You know, he does play basketball, guys, okay? But whatever she found out, she found out. She found out. She was hoping that this was an energy, you know, of loyalty. You know, she was hoping that this would be the relationship that could really, really work out. But the cheating is here. It's in the messages. You can't make it up. You hear me? And guess what? 2 of Cups, focal point, soulmate card. Okay? So let's get some love messages from them. Let's get into that. And let's see what really, really happened and what each person really feels, right? Let's get into that messages. Because, baby, I want to know, right? I think we all do. I never got to use these, but let's get some messages from Megan. Energy around Megan and Klay Thompson. Yeah, let's do it. Thank you, Spirit. Megan. Both of them are. Okay. That's too many, but I'll take them. Okay. I want to make you smile. It might have been energy where they started from, right? Look at that. I don't like all the attention you get. Somewhat like that in the energy, right? That's her problem. I care too much what others think. You see that? And he can feel like that too. Remember, he in the NBA. He don't have no time to play and lose. It's a real professional setting. He got to be at work. And he don't have time for none of this shenanigans, okay? I repress my emotions. Y'all see that? I have trust issues from previous pain. I find you intimidating. I love the way you carry yourself. It's attraction in the beginning. You know. Wow. Let's get a few more messages. Just do a shuffle. Messages from Klay to Megan. Let's see. Look, I said it. I'm focused on my career and my finances. Y'all see that? This could be the energy of them. I really want to kiss you, and I hope you haven't moved on yet, right? It's like they can have the energy around trying to work things out, possibly. You know? They can have the energy around that. Let's see. Pull some messages for them, right? Let's see what Megan and Klay got to say to each other within these twin flame messages, okay? Let's shuffle because it's interesting. You know, disharmony and triggers conflict is here, and we know that. You know, the fallout, the disagreements, they have distance or repeated timeout. Y'all see that in the messages, right? This is about lack. This is about doubts. You know, he had a lot of doubts started to happen in as these court cases. The court, you saw it. Court was there because the judgment card, karma, justice. Those court cases did a toll and a number on this relationship because things about her character, certain things are revealed, and he wasn't aware of that. Okay. So in some instance, he could have felt blindsided on some level too, right? Klay Thompson in regards to this connection, okay? Isolating thoughts. Remember, he had a lot of thoughts in his mind. I said that. Confusion and Neptune and illusions. You know, he could have been looking at it through those rose-tinted glasses like this the one, and starting to realize with those thoughts and isolating things started to unravel, right? That is so interesting. Let's get into, I want to see what else, because she talked about his ways, right? And I did something different. I had already blessed the cards, y'all, because I wanted to kind of move along a little quicker for y'all until I can figure out how to do the shuffling phase, right? So look, fulfilling a fantasy. Maybe that was the energy of her when he met her. Like, you know what? That may be how he really felt. And maybe that could have just been it, right? A situation is about to explode. Things are about to pop off in flames. And they just did. Because she came down to the internet and I'm thinking things popped off, okay? She's heartbroken, shattered, broken, and completely ruined. She felt like this is just completely destroyed in this relationship, right? Look at that. Red lipstick stains. Okay, Klay. For getting caught. Red lipstick stains. Getting caught. And keeping you a secret. Y'all see that? Ooh, any extra messages or what lies beneath, honey? Ooh, any extra messages. We saw that one fly. I want to add another one too, just to see. Ooh, interesting. I got some more too, but I want to just see. So look, I hate nothing about you. You know, at some point, there could have been an energy, but outdated, discarded, outdated, relevant, and old news, okay? Maybe she wanted to discard, you know, any old news, you know? Or maybe that was her argument to him. It's old news. Let it go, right? But it's a lot of bad choices in this. And this is the energy around Megan, allegedly. And this is the energy where she says she's going to be taking a break and doing what? Running away. Can't make it up. Can't make it up. Wow. So let's get some more energy, a few more. Let's get some twin flame messages with them and the gossip tea cards. I had some love cards I'm going to pull too. And my tea cards, right? So in this energy, it looks like, you know, I'm going to say something too with the messages. This ain't the first time or whatever. This just might be her being fed up. Like, remember how the card said that it imploded, right? Okay. Person. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's get into it. So look, requited love already is the focal point. Is this relationship, is it a point of ending, correct? Requited love. You don't have to wonder. You don't have to prove your worth. You are loved just as much as you love, okay? So this requited is not unrequited. It's actually requited, okay? So this is a connection between them guys, okay? And the connection is here. So we're gonna see if cards come up of reconciliation and different things of the sorts, right? Shared healing. So there we go. Together you're breaking generational patterns and becoming the example you never had growing up. And this could be a view of how she was hoping things would go in a positive direction, right? They had really good sexual chemistry. Look at that, guys. The spark is undeniable. Your body speak a language your mind haven't even fully translated. Ooh. So we know they had really good sexual chemistry, but a painful past is what Megan does have. I like these cards. Y'all see that? The history between you is heavy and neither of you knows how to put it down. You're trying to build a future while still bleeding from the past. Her past, y'all, I said that this is the key factor to this breakdown in this connection, okay? You got fantasy here, which again, he was like a dream girl for her. Megan Thee Stallion, hot girl shit, right? Are you falling for them or for the story you've written in your mind about that, how this could be? And now he's seeing a whole nother story unravel, right? Truth is here. Reality is here, right? Safe space. You know, she could have very much viewed this relationship as such. You found someone who listens without judgment. Hold space for your truth and makes your heart excel. That's the energy that she felt with him, right? And vice versa. Dream team. That's what she was hoping. Look at the way that's holding hands. Look at that, guys. Y'all see that? You don't compete, you combine. And together you're a force to be reckoned with. And this is what she was praying and hoping for in this connection. The dream team, right? Open heart. This is the time when she opened her heart. Y'all see that? Together you're unlocking new levels of intimacy because real love begins where the walls come down. This was a place where she felt like she was starting to let her walls come down. This is the energy of Klay, chasing potential. This may have been the energy of where he thought he was. There's a difference between growing together and waiting for someone to catch up. Be honest about which one you're doing, okay? This, wow. This is a powerful little deck right here, huh? Okay. So let's catch up on the energy of, let's take it. Look at that. Moon, intuition, secrets, illusions, subconscious, emotions, fear. Look, deceit coming out. The cheating, okay? Things are not as they appear. And he could have very well felt like that about her as things started to unravel in this connection, right? North Node energy. All these shakeups, all this uncomfortableness is meant to push towards her destiny. And that's for both of them. It's about fate. It's about evolving, evolution. Remember, Uranus is heavily in play, so it's pushing you towards your destiny. Uncomfortable things happen in that situation when you find in your life path and karmic challenges and rewards. Okay? Clarity and truth. Heightened intuition and seeing things. I can't make it up. And fate. All this is going to play out regardless. This is a part of life cycle, fate and fortune. This is about karma again. Remember I said the karma clock starts here. Her cycle begins. It started. This is the wheel of fortune energy, okay? This is divine intervention, divine detours. Divine is here. Karma is here. Cycles are here. Period. Thoughts. And he could have very well been feeling trapped. Okay? Especially with all the things that kind of, unravel about her and around her, right? A few more messages we gonna pull. This is deep in the last minute with this cheating. We gonna see if they gonna have some form of reconcile, all right? We're gonna catch that out. Sorry about that, y'all. Second. Ooh. Let's see. they may and possibly can reconcile, but I'm going to tell you something. You know what I mean? The energy is also here of, you know, each person realizing things about each other that they, you know, these are the things that they weren't aware of. You know, remember they say in relationships, you meet the representative first, then you meet the boss. And now that they meeting the boss, this is what we watching the fallout and all of the things, right? Okay. Extra T cards, any extra messages. Let's see. So Megan. Done started, baby. Morning after, up all night, late night rendezvous, spending the night. So you caught him with cheating. Look at that. Y'all see that? Wow. Spiritual narcissist, spiritually egotistic, superiority complex, spiritual manipulation, you know. She could be getting work done, or, you know, it could just be an energy of that superiority complex coming through, you know. Maybe people that she could possibly be attached to, allegedly. I'm just saying. Rebound, okay. Flighty, temporary option. You know, that's him getting caught cheating, right? Unpredictable intentions and, you know, hung up, fixated, obsessive attachment, focusing in. She could have been focusing in on catching his ass. You never know, right? But she definitely salty because she came down here with that energy, did she not? Feeling wrong, bitter and dramatic, and jealousy. Y'all see that, guys? Penny pinching, financial struggle, saving up and budgeting. I said when karma clock starts, this is going to be some things that she may run into, you know, in the near future with this new cycle starting with ahead of her, right? Siren call, sexual tactics, gaining attention, lured by temptation. Well, we know he cheated, so there you have it. Vibe, she already was sensing something, unexplainable feeling, and listening to her intuition, okay? So that's what brought her to realize that you cheating on me. Look at that booty call. Let me not put that lady right there with the pictures because you know YouTube, okay? But beck and call, sexual invitation, all about the sex. So one thing about Klay, he like to have a good time and the hanky-panky, okay? Leveling up, lessons learned, acquired wisdom. This is lessons learned for her. Very much so, okay? He was supersized me, doing too much, excessive and overindulgent. So he got caught, right, with cheating. Imposter. He realized maybe she could be a fraud, a stolen identity. Maybe she faking it. Maybe he thought more. This is the energy that he started to realize, right? Receipts. She clearly got receipts. Evidence. Guilty as charged. He was exposed. She did expose him. Right now, real time. Chemistry is intense between the two. We keep seeing that. You know, also, you know, it was a part of giving heart. She felt like I showed you love. I dealt with things. You know, I did selfless gestures for you. She spoke on it, right? But at some point, he or she will reminisce or miss someone. And don't shoot the messenger, but she could be missing Tory Lanez. I'm just saying, she just ain't gonna never want to admit it, but don't shoot the messenger. I always got to tell y'all what's deep-seated in my spirit when I'm reading these messages, okay? So, a few more messages and we're going to get on up out of here. But let me just say this, this is an energy of him definitely getting caught and definitely realizing and finding out more about Megan that he did not know about. And this, to me, when you see these messages, this is the energy of the breakdown with these two and why he started to do other things, okay? Now, an apology can come. You see that at the bottom of the deck is here, forgiveness, return. These two can make amends. Remember I said that. I wanted to pull these messages a little bit more just to see. And it's here, right? Influences, again, attachments, third parties and peers. He did get caught cheating. You know, influences in him realizing things about her that are revealed that he may have not just been too happy about, you know, the truth being revealed. And we got a lot of cards of truth here, right? Hopeless, you know, sinking, despair, falling apart. That could be the energy of Meg right now. As this, you know, connection has broken down on some level. Again, they're experiencing conflict, clashing, differences, you know, the incompatibility, confessions. Again, the truth come out, unveiling, coming clean, messages. She could have caught some things in his messages. You know, bluff, pretending, mask, exaggeration. You know, maybe he can feel like that on some level when it comes to her, and vice versa when it comes to him, you know. Beginnings, trying again, new direction, starting over. Don't be surprised if you see these two make amends, okay? Abandoned, left out, walked away, left in the cold. And that's how she could be feeling right now. But I'm telling you, watch out for that energy. Realizations, okay? Him having a lot of realizations, her having a lot of realizations, epiphanies, understandings, and awakenings, okay? So don't be surprised if you see a little, you know, reconciliation between these two after a period of time, okay? Or it could be short-lived time. But what we did see that we do know is that it was a breakdown in the communication with them. So, Klay Thompson. Energy and messages are any extra messages as we get ready to close out, okay? All right, so forbidden, love affair, temptations, flirting, giving into pleasure. Well, we know that that's what happened, right? Revenge. Y'all see that? Revenge. Retaliation, plotting, payback, punishing, and getting even, okay? Deja vu. Y'all see that? There's history, happened in the past, repeated pattern. So this ain't new. This just may be the time that she outed him, right? Lust. Because of his lust. Forbidden fruit, non-committal, sexual energy, and tragedy. Y'all see that? Emotions like waves, in and out, crashing and unpredictable. She talked about his unpredictable, you know, the way that she say his attitude and how he deal with stuff and how she had to deal with that. There you go in the messages, right? Ego, the arrogance of it all, right? Having too much pride, being stubborn and holding back, okay? Only you, focused on just you, observing you, watching you. There's no one like you. This is the energy she could have been feeling until these situation of communication broke down and her discovering what she found out. So butterflies, okay, feeling complete, can't stop smiling, happiness and devotion. And this be the energy of them and the connection. At least that's what appeared to us, okay? So ghosts, all right, leaving behind, disappearing, cold. No contact. So right now, they could be in no contact at this exact moment. All right? Very much so. Spirit is here. Divine angels. All right? Guardian angel and shielding and love is also here. Unconditional passion, compassion, genuine, and union. Okay? So these are the energies around them. Don't be shocked if you see, you know, some form of reconciliation. And these are so cute, ain't they, y'all? Look at these. So let's pull a few of these out as we close out with Megan and Klay. They can very much have some form of a reconciliation. This is a shake-up. And this is also in the energy of a test around this connection, right? So let's do it. All right. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. And look, y'all, I'm going to show y'all something. I'm going to let this be the focal point. So this connection may not be over yet. All right. So let's pull these last cards as we close out. And let's catch it all. So we got social media mask, curated highlights, smiles for the feed, tears off screen. Validation, chasing. Don't compare your reality to theirs. Okay? So this could have been the energy of what was going on until we saw this breakdown happen, right? Money talk. Look at that justice in them scales. How she handled these court cases. I'm telling you. Finances affecting love, power, support, or control through cash. Time to be honest about your goals. Count the cost. With all them hidden lawyer fees and all that mess. I'm telling you, These messages ain't popping out for nothing as we close out. This could be the energy of him right now. He could have ghosted her. We got the messages twice. Messages left on red, disappearing act, no closure, just silence. Rejection is redirection. And this could be the energy around him and her, okay? Clearly at this time, all right? Envy watching, silent followers. You see that? Secretly studying your moves, pretending not to care, but always watching. Your glow bothers their shadows. Y'all see that? Envy watching. That's new. I ain't never seen that. Safe space. No judgment zone. You can cry, vent, or be weird. Held, heard, and accepted. This is where your soul can exhale. And she may have thought that about him. But this is a group of people. So they both can have people that they both confide in, okay? But I'm going to just say this as we close out. Don't be surprised, because look at that focal point card, reconciliation. So this may not be the end of the road for Megan and Klay. So it's yet to be seen. We will definitely revisit this thing, but reconciliation is a heart-to-heart talk, owning mistakes, choosing to rebuild, new rules, same souls, okay? And you know what? I'm going to just take one more for the road. Clear and precise. Thompson. All right, as we close out with these two right here. Extra messages for them, right? Okay. So catfish, now, not who they claim to be. Filters, masks, and fake stories. Something feels off. Do a reality check. I'm going to say something. Yeah, like I said, there's a lot of things was revealed about her. And maybe even with him too. It can go both ways that they both didn't realize, okay? The mask is off now and the truth is here. So reconciliation is a very high possibility, but also it's about shakeups. It's about leveling up, outgrowing certain people and places, and stepping into your next version. Okay, not everyone can come a glow up season. And this a man on there. So this could be how Klay feel. Wow. All right. Well, there you have it, guys. There you have it. As we close out, we gonna see. Y'all make sure y'all chime in the comments and let me know what you think. Megan, girl, you gotta face up to some stuff, and you're gonna have to right some wrongs and make some things right. Karma is here. So we gonna see. It's a possibility that they can't reconcile, but hey, we do see the breakdown and we do see the shake-up. So y'all make sure y'all let me know what y'all think. Peace and love. I'll see y'all next. Clarence up next, okay? Love y'all. Thanks for watching The Calming Corner Show. Peace and love, soul family. And I'll see you guys in the next one.